Hi everyone, we are back with Pixia tutorials, and this time is eye tutorial. Featuring my most recent drawing of Ayaka emoji redraw I did as a part of my face practice that I'm doing at the moment. I'm currently focusing on proportions and doing clearer details and shapes of eyes. This is also why I don't trace 3D models as much anymore, since I want to be able to draw those poses using my intuition and muscle memory. So in this video, I'd like to share what I learned with you. Firstly, I started off by making the head and face using these lines as a guide. I won't be explaining much about this proportion technique yet, since I haven't mastered it myself either. But just as a big picture, I have these 3 lines as the face guideline and make an almond shape as my eye placement and size guide. From there, I used the liquify tool to change the inner eye angle for a bit, since we wanted to make a rather sad or shy expression. This is the convenient way, because we don't have to redraw the whole eye shape again. After being satisfied with the rough shape, I start to draw in the line art, starting from the upper eye and lashes. Then, I draw the pupils separately underneath the line art layer. Not forgetting to add the lower lashes, just a thin one to give a sense of detail. We start with the eye rendering. I always start with painting the upper half darker from the base color by choosing the base color and pulling the color all the way down here so it's still the same hue but has a darker color. Then continue with the pupils, as this will also work as a guide to draw the rest of the eye details. Painting a lighter color similar to the base color in the middle of the pupil. Then I make a framing painting around the upper half of the eye with an even darker color. Basically, the eye part is already enough, so I usually put the highlight on the stage. This way we can already see how the overall eye looks. Now onto the smaller details. I always use a lighter color than the base color for the lower middle part of the eye, as this will give more life and shine to the eyes. I also love to add these round lines around the middle of the eyes. Then basically I start to play with a higher saturated colors for the rest of the details, as it makes the eyes more lively. I sometimes mix another line beside these dark lines. Now, how to choose the colors? Here's a little tips. You can eyedrop the base color here, or actually just simply pick colors that are on this area. I guarantee the color chosen will make the eye pops out even more. Remember, you can add in little by little till you feel that it's enough. I often add these lines to the eye, as I often find it in other artists' drawings, and I think it makes the eye look more detailed in a way. We can say it's a bit of a cheat code in making a detailed look, so remember this well. Finish with the pupils, we continue with the eyelids and lashes. I already airbrushed the base with a light orange color softly to make it look more brown. And here I learned from other artists as well how they separate the upper half and the lower half. By making the upper half lighter and the lower half darker, and I can say it's almost black, this will create depth when we start putting the lashes that connect to the upper part of the black area. I also love to add details to the lashes by adding lighter color along one side of the lines. And yeah, we're pretty much done with the eyes. Now all that's left is the eyeballs. Yes, this white area that actually shapes the whole eyes. I usually add these darker colors as a shadow to the eyes, or even add a lighter blue inside the shadow to make it feel blend in better. You can also add these thin rim lights to the eyeshadow here. And I also blur the outer part of the eyeballs to make it look softer to the face. I think these small details make the eyes look prettier. And there we go! This is how I normally shade eyes. Remember, you can always add more colors, more details, more lines, or even change the pupil shape according to the characters that you are drawing. Here's some other samples of eyes I've made so far. And that's all for the eye tutorial video. I hope you can learn a thing or two from the video. And if you feel this video is helpful, don't forget to give a like, subscribe, and share it to your friends who might need these. Thanks a lot for watching, and I appreciate all of your support. Until next time, bye!